humankind evolves. It's how we survive. Through ice ages, plagues, wars, disasters from above. We adapt our skills, our languages, our very bodies in order to live. Earth is our home, but only so long as it keeps us safe. When this world can no longer serve that purpose, another planet, another colony, another chance. The rest of human history begins now.
Impact detected. Brace for impact. Brace for impact.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Well, after doing Black Sails, playing Captain Flint, it was actually a real relief to kind of let that go and do something that was so different, because that part was just so it was kind of like his options were narrowing down, and he was going into this black hole that you know is going to end badly, and that he was a very sort of nihilistic character, whereas John is sort of the opposite. He's somebody who he starts off with these problems with his family and the fact that he feels, you know, he's distant from them and he's trying to find a way back in, but he has the humility to change, to see that he needs to change, and he needs to figure out how he can repair things.
A lot of like young users on Netflix now, they didn't really watch the 60s version, so you're literally giving them the first experience of the show.
Yeah, I think what worked about the original, so the original book, Swiss Family Robinson, and what worked about the series in the 60s is this, it's all about a family being transplanted to this perilous situation and how they react to it and how their bonds become tighter because of the experiences that they, and also it's the irony really of having a domestic situation and domestic relationships in this extraordinary environment, in this case hundreds of light years from Earth. And an audience can watch, you know, this family, you know, and identify with this family even though it's in this bizarre context. So that's what worked about the original, and what we're doing now is exactly the same thing, but just in a different period.
You've been spending time in South Africa, filming in Canada, born and raised in the UK. Which weather, like being here in Dubai, like which weather would you actually just like, I love this weather, like I would want to stay here?
You know, after working in Cape Town, I was spoiled because I literally had, so I would have our winter in Cape Town, which was their summer. And then by the time I finished filming there, which was May, I would fly back to England and then have summer in England. So I was constantly having summer all year round.
But summer in England is not really summer. It's it's raining and it's just like...
Yeah, exactly. But summer in Cape Town I really did enjoy. I really did. I mean, it's not
amazing in there.
Crazy heat as here. But I love being, you know, balmy evenings, long... I mean, I just got used to getting the vitamin D, and then I went back to England and I was just going, winter is appalling.
So last question, because I'm a radio presenter and I'm like in touch with the music, like it's an automatic thing. I need to know your playlist, like one playlist. I'm sure you have like tons.
What on? Do you know? This is gonna really sound.
Do you listen to Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber. No, I love a lot of what used to be termed as independent music. Right. I also have I love a lot of like Bob Dylan and sort of 70s, early 70s, like Rolling Stones, all of that stuff. But I've got a lot more into jazz actually.
you're so comfortable working together. This
Yes,
is what
yeah.
we like witnessed on the show, just watching the pilot. But then, real talk, would you even like consider moving to another planet with your family? Like, would you stand something like this?
If my family was there, for sure. I've dreamed of going to space.
And then
since
figuring
as long as I
everything
can
out
remember.
alone with them, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've dreamed of going to space ever since I was a little kid watching Star Trek. And if I had the opportunity to, and my family could come, especially my sister, I would say, yes, I'll go, for sure.
I was actually thinking about this earlier today. I think that probably I would like to avoid it as much as possible.
Exactly.
But listen, if we find ourselves in a situation similar to the Robinsons and, you know, the Earth is deteriorating and there is no other option, yes, but I think what we have here is great, and I think we should take care of this a lot better before we consider leaving.
So with everything happening like for you in TV, I mean House of Cards, okay, and now Lost in Space, like what makes you go back to theater as an artist?
I did do a play last year that
That's
I
what I'm
really
talking
enjoyed.
about.
Yeah, but that wasn't a sort of return as much as like, okay, I need to do
Like
that
an
now.
experience.
Yeah, and it was really fantastic. I mean, it's really hard work,
Yeah.
theater. It's much more difficult than making television. He does much more of it than I do, and went and did a play right after we were
Yeah,
finished, which
not
I
anymore. Not anymore.
couldn't believe. Yeah, but you know, they all those forms have their own joys and problems, and at least I feel like, I mean, I just feel so lucky to be working in television at a time when it's so good.
Yeah.
You know, and because for so long, you know, you would just think like, oh, I don't want to do, especially in America. I mean, in UK they had better television a long time ago, but American TV, network TV was